There's a CJ Baker, and this is an epic soundtrack to a mundane existence. So I was on Tier Maker, and I was trying to come up with ideas for tier lists, and I stumbled upon this tier list of over 250 artists. So I decided it'd be fun to go ahead and participate in this. So it looks like there's a variety of different artists and genres and different eras. Some of the artists I'm probably going to be more familiar with than others. So the first artist is 21 Savage, and I don't mind him. I wouldn't say I'm super familiar, but I did listen to his last album in 2024, American Dream. I believe on Rate Your Music, I had it 3.5 stars. I think in 2017, he had a protest song I like, Nothing New, which talk about systemic racism. So I had it featured on my website, my first same shameless plug, ongoing history of protestsongs.com. So let's see. Maybe we'll make it a C tier. Tupac, okay, all-time GOAT. An Easy S, Three Doors Down, Easy F, 30 Seconds to Mars, Easy F, plus Even Easier F for Jared Leto. So there we go. 50 Cent, not a huge fan, but he has some songs I don't mind. And The Club is a banger. So let's see. Yeah, we'll go with C. Oh, I accidentally did a B. Don't think there's a way of correcting that. Yeah, it doesn't look like it'll let you fix that. Oh well. So we got black. I'm only vaguely familiar, so I don't know enough about him. So I'll put him in IDK. I don't know. Boogie and the Hoodie. I'm only vaguely familiar, so he would be an IDK. Day to Remember will also be an IDK. Hopefully, we don't have too much of that. Okay, ASAP Ferg. Don't mind the stuff that I've heard. Um, yeah, so I think we'll put him as a C. ASAP Rocky will be a C. ABBA, I'm really not a big ABBA fan. Guess they have a couple songs I don't absolutely hate, but they also have some songs I find very annoying, but obviously they're talented and successful, so I won't put them in the app. But yeah, Mamma Mia, you're getting a D. AC/DC. They do have some bangers, not quite S tier. Yeah, we'll put it in at A. You've been thunderstruck. Adele, I mean, she's talented and she has some songs I don't hate. I'll put on a B tier. Akon. I only know a couple of songs, but the songs I like are kind of annoying, but I don't think I'm familiar enough to put them in F. And I think they're better than Three Doors Down, 30 Seconds to Mars. So we'll put them in a D. Lisa Cora. Do you like that song as it scores? I think so. And anytime I've seen her on shows and stuff, she seems to have a cool vibe. I wouldn't say I'm a super fan, but you know what? We'll put her in the C tier. House Cooper. I mean, he does have some classic songs I like. Probably either B plus or A minus. School's out for summer. Okay, School Out for Summer was a banger. I'll put him in an A. Lisa Keys. She has some songs I like and some songs that are a little bit mid for me, but definitely very talented and seems to have a really cool vibe. Maybe we'll put on the C tier. All time low. kind of like an average punk band based on what I know of them. Put them in C tier. Not really familiar, so I don't know. I don't know. Arctic Monkeys, decent band from the garage rock revival. Don't mind some of the stuff. Put them in the B tier. Ariana Grande. Yeah, not particularly a big fan, but not quite F tier, so we put her in the D tier. Not really familiar, so I don't know. Avril Lavigne, I know a D plus or C minus. Several songs are kind of annoying and a little bit overplayed, but some of the songs are kind of catchy at the same time. Okay, we'll give her a C. Baby Key, not familiar enough to rate. I don't know. Baby Metal, I only know some of the stuff, but they're all kind of adorable. I'm not familiar enough with them to go more than a C, but Japanese anime meets metal. It's like I said, it's kind of cutesy, but I don't hate it. I'll put it in the C. Not really familiar enough to rate, so I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, we don't get too much of this. I guess this is the problem when I'm pushing 50. Some of this stuff just not keeping up with, making me feel old. Ben Howard. Yeah, I don't mind this stuff. Um, yeah, we'll go see. Beyonce. I don't mind Beyonce. Obviously, very talented artist. I like Cowboy Carter. I think it did make my 25 albums of the year list. Lemonade was a really good album. She has some songs I really like. This might go to Beehive a bit, but I'll put her as a B. Okay, Big Shot. Don't mind some of his stuff. Kind of an average rapper, so average is C. Toys B.I.G. All time great. Put him in the S. Billie Eilish. I do like it better than most pop stars. And she does have some socially conscious stuff. So we'll put her in the B tier. Billy Joel. Yeah, I do like a lot of his stuff, and he does have some classic songs. So play me a song, Mr. Piano Man. Do I give you an A or a B? Okay, we'll give you an A. Okay, Black Eyed Peas. Yeah. My house. You get dumped into the F's. Okay. Black Bear. I don't know if I know enough to comfortably rate them. So I probably should use the skip instead of I don't know, because I don't know is going to get very big. But yeah, I don't know. Bleachers. Yeah. DOF. Probably better than $3 down. Okay, we got a D. Liquid 82. I mean, some catchy songs. Um, some music kind of dumb, but it's catchy. Still enjoy listening to some of the songs. What's my age again? Um, I do like some of the more serious stuff, like Adam songs and As We Stay Together for Our Kids and Miss You. Yeah, it'd be enough for B. Okay, Bob Marley, Easy Yes, one of the all-time greats, personal favorite. Bonnie Iver, I do like his stuff. I think 4M was in 2006. I don't know, but I do love that album. I actually did like his work with Taylor Swift. Um, so I don't B plus or A minus. You know what? We'll go A. Bonnie Tyler. The only thing I could, okay, I think there's two songs I know off the top of my head. I see Total Eclipse of the Heart. There's a song of I Need a Hero or something. Both those songs are catchy. I don't know if I know enough of her stuff to go above a C. Breaking Benjamin. I actually did see them live a number of years ago, but they were an opening act. I've actually never kept up with them and not super familiar. Um, to me, they're kind of like generic from what I did here. Um, uh, I don't hate them, so maybe I'll put them in a C. Bring Me In Your Rising, kind of generic, but don't hate them. Guess we'll go C. Britney Spears. This is a tough one because I'm not a super fan, but she has some songs I don't necessarily hate. Also, kind of feel bad for her. So yeah, I feel bad giving her anything worse than a C. Um, so oops, I did it again. I gave you a C. Okay, Bruce Springsteen. Okay, I'm trying to between an A plus or just on the S minus, if S minus is a thing. But he has like a lot of all-time great songs. And on my website, another shameless plug, I made a list of 15 Bruce Springsteen protest songs. But there is some stuff that I'm not too into. Like I think Born in the USA, both the album and the song are slightly overrated. And the song is kind of a dated, cheesy arrangement, which is too bad because it would be a great song with a different arrangement. Um, but yeah, overall, big fan, but not quite S tier. We're gonna put him in the A. Bruno Mars, D plus or C minus. I did a grenade for you. I hate that song, so it's a D. Okay. Bryson Tour, not familiar enough to rate. I don't know. BTS. Yeah, I only know a few songs. I guess they're catchy. It's not really my thing. Don't want the BTS only coming after me, but I don't think I can go above a C. Okay, but for my Valentine's, C. Camille Cabello, not really my thing, but better than Black Eyed Peas. So you're getting a D. Cardi B. Um, I mean, I don't hate her. Get a C. Carly Rae Jepsen. This is crazy. Call me maybe. You get a C. Carpenters. It's schmaltzy, but I don't mind some of the songs. Rainy days and Mondays got me down. It is actually a good compilation, I think, from 1994 of different alternative artists covering the Carpenters. Maybe we'll go a B. Carrie Underwood, D plus, C minus. Guess I don't absolutely hate her. You'll get a C. Chapel Roan. I only know a few songs, but that Pink Pony Club is kind of catchy. And I listened to her, I think it was her acceptance speech at the Grammy, where she kind of spoke out in favor of like independent artists. And she seems to have a cool vibe about her. So C plus or B minus. Do I like her better than the Carpenters? Yeah, we'll give her a B minus. Charlie XCX. I just never got into her, and I never got into the Brad album. Yeah, we'll go lower tier C. Chief Keef, we'll go C. Childish Gambino. Donald Glover, good actor. As a rapper, I don't mind some of his songs. This is America. is an excellent protest song, brilliant video. Maybe we'll go B plus. Chris Brown. I mean, I don't know too many songs of him, but it's just hard to kind of like the guy because he is a bit of an asshole. So I have to go after. Let's go up slightly because the ad's blocking the screen. Okay, so we got Cyril. Gotta give a don't know. That's only vaguely familiar. Don't know. Suicide Boys. Don't know. Doja Cat. DOF. Didn't she do that milkshakes? Not milkshake. Bitch, I'm a cow. I did find that kind of funny. Some of the other stuff I'm not overly into. Um, Bitch, I'm a cow. I think that was her. So yeah, we'll give her a C. Dolly Parton. Yeah, we'll go ass. Jolene, Jolene, you get an ass. Oh, it's kind of being blocked there. Scroll down. You can tell I'm not all that experienced doing these. Okay, Dolly Parton ass. Drake EGF. I'm glad that Eric Lamar totally annihilated him in their beef. Dua Lipa. Just better than Drake. We'll give you a D. Ed Sheeran, Easy F. I don't like you, buddy. Ellie Gordon has some songs that I don't hate. You get a C. Elton John. Not super huge fan, and he has some songs that are kind of schmaltzy. I really wish that he didn't redo the Goodbye Candle in the Wind song. I really hate his Lion King stuff, but he does have some classics. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. I guess you can be Elvis Presley, all-time great artist, but I'm kind of mixed on him personally. Um, we will give him an A. Eminem, fantastic rapper. His past few albums have been kind of subpar, and some of his stuff hasn't aged well, but he does have some great songs. Stan, I love Stan, some brilliant storytelling. Also coined a new phrase in the dictionary. We'll give him an A. Escape the Fate, not overly familiar. Evanescence. I actually seen them live, and when they first came out, I didn't mind them. Do like My Immortal. Um, some of the songs just a bit overplayed, but I do think Amy Lee has a good voice. We'll give it a C. Fall Out Boy, yeah, not a big fan, but better than Ed Sheeran. Fall in Reverse, Easy F, Freddie Rock. Dodo is only vaguely familiar, so I don't know if I feel comfortable rating him. Yeah, I don't know, it's getting big, so we're just going to start using Skip. 50-50 Skip. Phineas, not overly familiar, 'cause I think he has had some solo stuff. I'm not familiar enough to rate him based on that, but he is a good producer and songwriter. I'm mostly familiar with his work with his sister Billie Eilish. But yeah, I don't feel comfortable going above a C, but yeah, I think he's at least has talent there. Fleetwood Mac. They have stuff that I like and stuff that I hate. I think they're somewhat overrated. But Landslide's great song, man. So you don't need them. Guess we'll go B. Florida. Not a big fan, but guess better than Black Eyed Peas, so you get a D. That kind of nice. Foo Fighters, I do like a lot of their stuff. Good rockin' band. I'll give it an A. Frank Ocean, like a lot of his stuff. Channel Orange, great album. You get an A. Frank Sinatra, you got me on your skin. Yeah, all time great crooner. Yeah, I'll give him an S. Future. I know he's considered influential, I think, in like in trap music. I did listen to one of his albums, which I absolutely hate. Um, yeah, we'll give him a C. Cool and Red, not really familiar, so we'll skip. Not familiar enough, skip. Clash Animals. Don't mind what I know of them, so we'll give it a C. Glorilla's or Gorillas. Yeah, I probably, yeah, I think I prefer Blur as far as his bands go. But they have some songs I don't mind. I will probably stick with C. Gracie Abrams. We'll see. Green Day. The past few albums have not been great, and they do have some trashed albums, but that happens when you've been around long enough. I still have a soft spot for Dookie. Do you have the time to do? I guess you gotta be. Yeah, I'll be familiar, so we'll just do a skip. Guns N' Roses. Got a bit complicated relationship with them, but they do have some classic songs. Appetite's a pretty solid album. November Rain is simultaneously both the best and worst video of all time. We'll put them in the B tier. Halsey. I don't necessarily mind her. Yeah, we'll put her on the C. Harry Styles. Yeah, some songs that I don't necessarily hate. Excuse me for blowing my nose. It's going to be a very unprofessional video, and I'm probably not going to edit it because who has time for that? So Harry Styles. Okay, we'll give him a C. What is your? I don't mind them. Um, Take Me to Church is a little bit overplayed, but it's a good song. And he has a few other songs I don't mind. I think one is like Nina Cried Power, and it featured maybe a staple was doing vocals. That was a cool dude. A lot of the stuff socially conscious. We'll probably stick with C. Yeah, we'll do a skip. Skip. Ice Spice. Yeah, I'm not trying to think if based on the stuff I know by her, I'm not too keen. I don't know if I'm familiar enough to rate her, but so we'll just do a skip. Oh, I hate Jack Harlow. Easy F. Yeah, Jaden Smith, real son. Um, don't know if I'm familiar enough with his music, so we'll probably do a skip. Jay-Z, I do like a lot of his stuff. Yeah, some bangers. We'll put him in the B. J. Cole. I like a lot of his stuff, but he has some misfires as well. We'll put him in a B. Jeff Buckley. Yeah, I mean, he obviously only had the one proper album. I think he had one posthumous album that was almost like a compilation of unreleased stuff. So I think that kind of almost stops him from going to S, but Grace is a great album. Put him in A tier. Yeah, I'll skip that. Yeah, skip that. Juice WRLD. I believe he's the one that had the music festival. That was a total disaster. I'm not overly familiar with his music. I guess we'll skip Justin Bieber. He has some stuff that I don't want to use guilty pleasure, but songs uh, that I get a kick out of. Like what's the one song? It's that Love Yourself song. I forget the name of it. But there's that line that I always get a kick out of. Um, my mom don't like you and she likes everyone. I think that's the line. Um, but yeah, I'm not a super huge fan. Baby, baby, no, you get a D. We'll go D. Justin Timberlake. Yeah, I don't particularly like Cam. Some of his songs I don't hate. Um, I really think it's unfair to Janet Jackson that she got a lot of flack and he didn't, and he got to play again. Um, but I guess I go based exclusively on the music and not the fact that he's an asshole. Well, give him a C. Yeah, I'll give a C. Kanye. This is a complicated one because I actually do like a lot of his music and albums. Yeah, so I based it just strictly on the music, it would be an A or B, maybe a B, because a lot of what he's done lately has been not good. But as an individual, big time F. Yeah, I'll give him a C to acknowledge that he has put out some important music before he went off the rails. I think I might have accidentally. No, I think that was just. No, I think I accidentally hit D. Oh well. Katy Perry. Yeah, I mean, we'll go D because she has some catchy songs, but yeah, she's Katy Perry. We'll go D. Keith Urban. I mean, talented individual, not really my cup of tea, but we'll give him a C. Kelly Clarkson. Since you've been gone. He's kind of a banger. Um, don't really listen to a lot of her stuff, but we'll give her a C. Kendrick Lamar, yeah, all-time fave, definite GOAT. We'll give him an S. Kesha, don't mind some of her stuff. I'm glad. I think she's kind of has gotten a little bit more creative control lately. Um, and she's someone who you want to root for when you consider the drama with Dr. Luke there. But yeah, overall, I don't think I can go above a C. Khaled, don't mind what I know of him, so C. Okay, we'll go C. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm familiar enough to rate, so we'll skip. Kiss. They do have some catchy songs I don't mind, but I'm kind of conflicted with how I feel about them overall. I want rock and roll all night. Yeah, they're more of a marketed brand than a band, but they're successful. And they do have some songs that I don't mind. We'll give them a C. Chord. I mean, as far as new metal bands go, they're better than most, and they're definitely kick Limp Bizkit's ass. And they have some songs I don't mind. I'm just a freak on the leash. Da-da-da-da, you get a C. Yeah, Kylie Minogue. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not super familiar. Not a big fan from what I know, but we'll give her a C. Lady Gaga. She just has some stuff I like, and I like what she did with Tony Bennett. We'll give her a B. US Capaldi. I only know a couple of the songs, and that one song in particular, This Irritates Me and's overplayed, but he's better than Black Eyed Peas, so he gets a D. Little Baby. think I only know one song, or it's a couple songs, but there was one song, The Big Picture. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it's a pretty good protest song that came out in 2020 about the Black Lives Matter movement. But I'm not familiar enough with him to go above a C. Like I got way too many C's here. But you get a C. Lil Nas X, not a big fan. And Old Town Road, it's overplayed. I do like the fact that he sampled Nine Inch Nails, but so he won't get an F, but you know what? There was way too many C's, so he gets a D. Little Uzi Vert, I'll give him a C. Little Rain, I know he's an influential rapper, but I've never got too into him. So for rap aficionados, this is probably going to be a hot take, but he gets a C. Little Yachty, give him an F. I don't know. I didn't really like his alternative rock album. Yeah. Okay, I'll give him a D. Okay, I really wish the ads wouldn't do that. This is really going to be an unpolished video. It's probably going to be a lot of mess, but we'll keep going. Linkin Park. There's some songs I don't hate. So we'll go with C. I mean, it's, the ad wasn't there because a lot of this is getting blocked. But yeah, we got Little Mix. We'll skip. Lizzo. There's some stuff that I don't hate. We'll give it a C. Gold. I don't mind some of the songs. Royals is a bit overplayed. It's not terrible. We'll give it a C, but yeah, I realize I have too many C's. Luke Combs. The only thing I'm familiar with is the song Fast Cars, the Tracy Chapman cover, which he doesn't do anything with. It's a pretty faithful rendition. I guess the good thing about it is that it introduced Tracy Chapman to a new audience, and I did watch the Grammy performance. Um, and that was a cool moment because he seemed to be really excited to be up there with her. So C's getting really crowded, but we'll put him in C. Mac Mill. I do like some of his stuff. B minus or C plus. We'll give him a B minus. Madison Beer, not familiar enough, so we'll do a skip. But Dada, yeah, that's some stuff that I don't hate. Live to Tell's a great song. Do you like that song? But she also has some stuff that I'm not overly into. It's not my bag, but she is an influential artist. So yeah, we'll give her a B. Yeah, not familiar enough to rate, so we'll skip. Mariah Carey, talented artist, but just can't get into her. She actually did do a alternative rock album, like a that was unreleased. Had some of like the outtakes on YouTube, and it was kind of cool. So it's too bad that was never released. But overall, I'm not a big fan. I do hate that Christmas song, but it is better than Black Eyed Peas. And what else do we have under F? Um, yeah, better than everything in F. So we'll go D for better than Black Eyed Peas. So you get a D. Okay, Marina, we'll skip. We wish we can get rid of ads with this. Mazzy Star. Yeah, I really like Mazzy Star. Fading to use all time classic. So yeah, we'll get on a My Chemical Romance. I don't mind some of this stuff. Was the album called Black Parade? I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm not super familiar. So I'm not familiar enough to go above a C. Um, so yeah, I guess this will be C here. Megan the Stallion. Um, I don't mind what I know of her, so we'll give her a C. I think we got like way too many C's here. Okay, Metallica. Early on in the career, if I was going by their first four, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Justice for All, that would be A plus. But then they kind of uh, there's a big drop in quality after that. So maybe we'll do a B. Metro Boomin. I know he's kind of important. I think in trap music, and I think he does a lot of production work and stuff. But I'm not super familiar. So maybe we'll just skip. MF Doom, great underground rapper. Rest in peace. We'll give him an A. Machine Gun Kelly. Apparently, Bob Dylan does some like narrating for like an album or video or something, which I don't get why. But yeah, I do not like Machine Gun Kelly. So you get an F. Michael Jackson. This is a complicated one. Um, because I don't really like him as a person. Musically, some of the stuff's overplayed, and there's some songs I don't particularly like. But he was a genius for it's an overplayed album, but some of the songs are bangers. Um, Billie Jean, okay, you get an A. Migos, yeah, not really my cup of tea, but I don't hate them, so they'll get a C. Barry Cyrus, this is complicated. Um, Definitely not a fan of like the Hannah Montana stuff. Do you like the fact that she kind of developed beyond that? Like she kind of really tried to establish her own identity with mixed results. Like some of this stuff just is not very good, but she does have songs that I legitimately like. And she actually has a pretty good rock voice, but she does do more rock oriented tunes. We'll give her a C. Yeah, not familiar enough to rate, so we'll do a skip. Nas, yeah, GOAT rapper, so we'll give him an S. Tasha Bedingfield. She the one that does that song that gets played at graduation. Is it Unwritten or something? I think so. Don't know if I'm familiar enough to rate, but so we'll do a skip. Neo, yeah, I know some of his stuff, and I think he was a judge on like a show or something, but I think Can Dance, I forget. Um, but not enough to rate, so we'll do a skip. And I really wish you wouldn't do that, internet. So yeah, we'll do a skip there. Your diamond. This is a complicated one. Lots of his stuff is schmaltzy, but he does have stuff I have to admit that I like. Sweet Caroline, ba, ba, ba. I guess you go into the beach, yeah. Harry Fatata, I'm like a bird. Da, 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 da. I guess we gotta see. Nelly, it's getting hot in here, but I don't really like your music. Get a D. Okay, not familiar enough to wait. Oops, I accidentally hit skip on Nickelback. I probably would have put them in. I think they do get slagged a bit too much, but I probably would put them in a D, but I did accidentally skip them. Nicki Minaj, kind of mix on her. Yeah, I'm not a keen fan, so we'll put her in D. Nirvana, easy S. Nirvana is like a musical gateway drug for me, and a lot of the music I kind of got into. Nirvana was the starting point. Stuff that I heard, I don't mind. It's kind of generic, so I'm not super into it, but we can probably give him a C. Olivia Rodrigo, probably between a B and C. I do like the driver's license song. Um, we'll give her a B. One Direction. Guess as far as boys bands go, they're better than most. A couple of them had decent solo careers. We'll go C. Outcast, Easy S. Love Outcast. Panic at the Disco. Don't hate them, but don't love them. Get a C. Papa Roach. The only thing I think of right away is This Is My Last Resort. I guess it's good enough for a C. Paramore. Don't mind go C, but my C's getting really crowded. Yeah, it looks like 40% are C's, but I guess that's appropriate. C is average. Um, so who do we have next? Paul McCartney. Uh, obviously, wrote a lot of great songs with the Beatles. I'm kind of mixed with the solo stuff. I hate Surrey Love songs. But he has had some great songs as well. Live and Let Die, Bread on the Run. But yeah, as far as Beatles solo stuff, probably actually prefer both John Lennon and George Harrison. So he's a bit of a mixed bag. So I'll give him a B. Phil Collins. A lot of stuff I hate, but he does have songs I like. In the Air Tonight's a great song, but I don't know if it's enough to redeem the stuff I hate. I don't really like Phil Collins era Genesis. I don't really like Genesis either because I'm not a big progressive rock fan. But I probably do prefer Peter Gabriel Genesis. Definitely prefer Peter Gabriel solo. Sorry, Phil. You get a C. Phoebe Bridgers. I do like a lot of her stuff, and I like Boy Genius. It's either B plus or A minus. I'll go B plus. Pink. She's better than a lot of like pop singers. I do like a lot of her stuff. Some of the stuff's a little bit too poppy. One thing I like that she did, I think it's called You and Me, I forget, but it's something that I don't think a lot of people know about. She did an album with Dallas Green, who's known as Living in Color. Um, but yeah, I like her better. She has more depth than a lot of pop singers. So we'll give her a B. Pink Panthers, not really familiar enough to rate, so we'll skip. Pitbull, Easy F, Playboy Cardi. Never really got into, so we'll go C. Polo G, not familiar enough to rate. Pop Smoke, yeah, not familiar enough to rate. Post Malone, I mostly dislike him, but he did do a live stream of like Nirvana songs that was actually pretty good. But overall, I'm not really a big fan. I don't like the right rappers doing country songs, but he's better than Black Eyed Keys. So Black Eyed Keys, sorry. I wanted the Black Keys to be on there. He's better than Black Eyed Peas, so he gets a D. Prince. I actually did a deep dive with Prince, and it's a tricky one because he has such a big body of work and he's not a good self-editor. He does have a lot of kind of mid albums, but he also has some of the best music of all time. In Purple Rain, one of the best albums of all time. Very important, influential artist. So I will go an S. Psy, I just know Gangnam Style. Don't know if it's enough to really rate him. I mean, Gangnam Style is catchy but annoying. So yeah, we'll give him a D. Creed, a bit mixed on Creed. Anytime I try to listen to a Creed album, I've never got into any of their albums, but they do have a lot of classic songs. Freddie Mercury is obviously a great singer. Hopefully I'm not slagged here, but yeah, I won't give him a C. I don't think I could do that. but even a B will probably be considered a hot take by some. But B it is. Mama, I just killed a man. I just put you in the B tier. Radiohead, all-time favorite band. Love OK Computer, Easy S, Red Hot Chili Peppers. This one's complicated because there are some songs I don't hate, but I have some stuff that's garbage as well. So D plus or C minus. Okay, I think we'll go C. Rihanna. Don't know if I'm familiar. I do like some of her songs. Umbrella, Ella, Ella, get a C. Rob Zombie kind of scares me. Probably for White Zombie over Rob Zombie. But I think it's Dragula. That's a good song. Is it enough for a B? Yeah, I don't know if it's enough for a B. So yeah, we'll get a C. Roddy Rich. Yeah, I'm gonna skip him because I know him, but not familiar enough. Roy Orbison. He's a legend, but probably should be an S because he's a legend. So it's not someone that I super listen to a lot, but he has great songs, very influential. Um, so yeah, we'll put him in an S. Not familiar enough to rate. Ryan Gosling, is he actually a singer? Don't know if I guess sort of from La La Land, but I don't know enough to rate him. So we'll just do a skip. Sabrina Carpenter. I only know some of her stuff. A Cappuccino song, it's catchy but annoying, but I guess she's good for a pop artist. We'll give her a C. Sam Smith. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. And a couple of songs are overplayed, like that Hanoi song. What's the other song? Stay With Me. Yeah, I really hate Stay With Me, but he's better than Black Eyed Peas, so he gets the D. Sean Kingston. Yeah, not a big fan. That's not the type of reggae that I'm into. Um, but he's better than Black Eyed Peas, so he gets a D. Selena Gomez, not a big fan, but better than Black Eyed Peas, so she gets a D. Not familiar enough, so we'll do a skip. Sia, some stuff I don't mind, and she's a good songwriter. But yeah, I'm not so super huge fan, but maybe a C. Sick Puppy's not familiar enough to rate, so we'll skip. We'll skip. Simple Plan. Canadian, but not really a big fan. Generic pop punk band. But better than Black Eyed Peas, so you get a D. Are they a Christian rock band? I think so. Not familiar enough to rate. So we'll skip. We'll take a slug of water. We got Slipknot. Yeah, I don't mind some of the stuff. Rate and Bleed. It's a catchy song. I like that song. So Rate and Bleed, you get a B. Snoop Dogg. Some songs I don't mind, but yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with him. But Snoop Dogg, you get a C. Soldier Boy. Yeah, not overly into him, but he's better than Black Eyed Peas. So he gets a D. Not familiar enough to rate, so we skip. Steve Lacy. I only know a few songs, but I don't mind what I heard about him. But he gets a C. Sum 41. Actually appeared in a Sum 41 video. Not mad at them. Makes no difference to me. I guess we're gonna see. System of a Down, some songs I really like, a really good political metal band, kind of unique. Maybe an A minus. SZA, don't mind SZA. She's critically obviously, so I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I guess it depends who's watching this video. but I don't mind, or she'll get a B. Taylor Cruz, did you do that Dynamite song? Do? Think so. Don't know enough from the re-rate, but so we'll skip. Tame Impala, I don't mind. Yeah, B. Tate McRae, not too keen on what I heard from her. Yeah, you get a D. Taylor Swift, this is a tricky one. I'm definitely not a Swiftie. I think she's overrated by default, but she is a talented songwriter. I also like the two albums she released in the pandemic, Folklore, what was the other one, Evermore? Like the songs that she did with Bonnie Vare and The National. So yeah, we'll give her a B. Soy Swifties, Tenacious D. I mean, a funny band. I do enjoy their stuff and a kick out of Jack Black. But as kind of a comedy novelty act, I don't think I could go higher than a B. The Beatles, easy S tier. The Fray, the only time I think of is, what's it, How I Saved Your Life? I forget the name of the actual song, but it's an annoying song. But I don't know if it's bad enough for an F, so you're better than Black Eyed Peas, so you get a D. The internet, not familiar with. So we'll skip The Cures. They do have some songs I like, and I did like the Art Fuzz album. I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. Got soul, so you get a B. Lumineers, yeah, kind of middle of the world. Oh, we're gonna see. Osprey, some songs I don't hate. Yeah, we're gonna see. Smile, I really, really like the Smile. I think they released about three albums, but two-thirds of Radiohead and the other guys from Sons of Kemet, who I really like. We'll give them an A. The Smiths, big Smiths fan. Morrissey's asshole, but Smiths are brilliant, very influential band. Girlfriend in the coma, I know, you're in the S tier. Strokes last night. We get garage rock band, but there's ones I like better. Give him a B. The Weeknd, yeah. I did like his first couple of albums were like the mixtapes that he gave out for free. I actually like those, but any kind of once he got big, I didn't like his music as much. Don't know if that's just me being snobby, but we'll give him a C. Yeah, not really familiar enough to rate, so let's get 3 Days Grace. Actually seen them as an opening act. I think I mentioned I seen Evanescence, was a bigger fan of them when I was younger. 3 Days Grace, I never liked. They were kind of at Nickelback level, um, kind of borderline cringe, but better than Black Eyed Peas, so they get a D. Hopefully I'll say blow my nose. Nothing to see here. T-Pain basically popularized autotune. Is that good or bad? I'll say it's bad. But is it F bad? He's better than Black Eyed Peas, so you'll get a D. Timberland. I know him mostly for his production work, but obviously a groundbreaking producer. Um, then he produced some stuff that I like, but I don't feel enough to go above a B, so we'll put him in the B tier. I only know about him that he shot Megan Thee Stallion. Um, don't know if I can name a song that he did, so we'll just skip him. Tracy Chapman. I love Tracy Chapman. Don't know if I can quite justify putting the rest here, but her self-titled debut is a classic, brilliant album. But we'll put her in the A tier. Travis Scott. Yeah, he's not someone I really got into. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. This might be an unpopular take. We're gonna put him in D tier. 21 Pilots. Yeah, not a big fan. Soy D tier. I'm gonna skip down Ty Dolla Sign. Okay, C tier, Tyler. Not familiar enough to rate. Tyler, the Creator, I do like a lot of his stuff. Um, yeah, we'll put him in the beat here. Usher, he's talented. He has some songs I don't hate, but not necessarily my cup of tea. We'll put him in the C tier. Yeah, Will I Am. Is he better than Black Eyed Peas or just as bad? Yeah, he'll get an F too. Where's Khalifa? Not a huge fan, but I don't mind him. We'll put him in the C. Yeah, F tier. Young Thug, not familiar enough to rate. Young Blood, not super familiar, but when I first started my website, once again, shameless plug, ongoing history of protest songs.com. I did feature a couple of the first songs he did that were protest songs. And he has a song called FDNRA. So fuck the NRA. Can't argue with that sentiment. Um, I believe he's kind of maligned like on Rate Your Music, so I think music snobs don't like him. But I don't hate what I heard. So we'll give him a C. Zach Brown Band. Because as far as country artists, I don't hate him. We'll give him a C. Zach Bryan doesn't have songs. I mean, I don't, well, I'm trying to sing in tongue tied, but I'm not editing. So, like I said, this video is going to be a hot mess, but we'll roll with it. So yeah, Zach Brown, don't mind some of this stuff. We'll give him a B. Not familiar enough to rate. Not familiar enough to rate. Oh, so we'll skip. Coldplay. This is a tough one because I like probably the first three albums, maybe four. Parachutes, really good album. Rush of Blood to the Head, excellent album. But then there was a big nosedive. They fell off a cliff. So first three and four albums, it would probably be like a solid A, maybe an A plus. But the last after that, probably an F. So the B minus or C plus. I don't know. We'll give him a B minus. We'll be generous. Cupcake. I'm not familiar enough for the rate, so we'll skip. Cyndi Lauper, I do like a lot of her stuff. She's so unusual, really good classic album. The song True Cutters, I have a tough time listening about crying. We'll give her an A. Not familiar enough to rate. Demi Lovato. Yeah, I don't want to be too hard on her because I know she has her struggles, but musically I'm not into her. She's better than Black Eyed Peas, so she gets a D. Take a swig of water. Blow my nose. Sorry, I'm not headed in. So we got Denzel Curry. Don't mind some of his stuff, so you'll get a B. Disturbed. Am I down with the sickness? I don't know. I think they're the ones that covered Sound of Silence, and that was a terrible cover. I'll give them a C. Not familiar enough, so we'll skip. Lana Del Rey. I like a lot of her stuff. We'll give her a B. Fetty Wap, we'll give a C. Not familiar enough, so we skip. Go in red, not familiar enough, so we skip. Not familiar enough, so we skip. Not familiar enough, so we skip. Oops. Not familiar enough, so we skip. Come on, stop doing that. Wait a sec, is this kind of repeating itself? Or is it making me rate some of these? Okay, I see what it's doing. All the ones that I skip, it's making me rate. Okay, so I think that ends the list there. So we got the S tiers. We got Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Bob Marley, Dolly Parton, Frank Sinatra, Kendrick Lamar, Nas, Nirvana, Outkast, Prince, Radiohead, Roy Orbison, The Beatles, and The Smiths. A tier. We got AC/DC, Alice Cooper, Billy Joel, Bon Iver, Bruce Springsteen, Elvis Presley, Eminem, Foo Fighters, Frank Ocean, Jeff Buckley, Mazzy Star, MF Doom, Michael Jackson, System of a Down, Smile, Tracy Chapman, and Cyndi Lauper. B tier, we got 50 Cent, Adele, Arctic Monkeys, Beyonce, Billie Eilish, Blink 182, The Carpenters, Chapel Roan, Childish Gambino, Elton John, Fleetwood Mac, Green Day, Guns N' Roses, Jay Z, J. Cole, Lady Gaga, Mac Miller, Madonna, Metallica, Neil Diamond, Olivia Rodrigo, Paul McCartney, Phoebe Bridgers, Pink, Queen, Slipknot, SZA, Tame Impala, Taylor Swift, Tenacious D, The Cures, The Strokes, Timberland, Tyler the Creator, Zach Bryan, Coldplay, Denzel Curry, and Lana Del Rey. Don't even know why I'm reading all these. I'm getting out of breath. But we might as well continue. So we'll take a swig. This is probably be a long ass video, so maybe I will have to edit, but we'll see. I don't know if it's worth the effort. So C tier, we got 21 Savage, ASAP Ferg, ASAP Rocky, Alicia Cara, Alicia Keys, All Time Low, Avril Lavigne, Baby Metal, Ben Howard, Big Sean, Bonnie Tyler, Breaking Benjamin, Bring Me the Horizon, Britney Spears, BTS, Bird for My Valentine, Cardi B, Carly Rae Jepsen, Carrie Underwood, Charlie XCX, Chief Keef, Doja Cat, Ellie Goulding, Evanescence, Phineas, Future, Glass Animals, Gorillaz, Gracie Abrams, Halsey. Oh, don't know if you heard the burp or not, but I just burped. So I think you said Harry Styles, Hozier, Keith Urban, Kelly Clarkson, Kesha, Khalid, Kid Cudi, Kiss, Korn, Kylie Minogue, Little Baby, Little Uzi Vert, Little Wayne. That's a lot of littles. Linkin Park, Lizzo, Lord, Luke Combs, Mariah Carey, My Chemical Romance, Megan Thee Stallion, Migos, Miley Cyrus, Nelly Furtado, Noah Khan. Was it Kahan? I don't know. I don't really care that much. One Direction, Panic at the Disco, Papa Roach, Just My Last Resort, Paramore, Phil Collins, Playboy Cardi, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rihanna, Umbrella Ella, Rob Zombie, Suprema Carpenter, Sia, Snoop Dogg, Steve Lacy, Sum 41, The Lumineers, The Offspring, The Weeknd, Ty Dolla Sign, Usher, Wiz Khalifa, Youngblood, Zach Brown Band, Disturb, and Fetty Wap. Wap, is that Fetty Right Ass Pussy? Or Wet Ass Pussy? Sorry, I messed that up. Fetty Wet Ass Pussy. I probably shouldn't say that. So we got the D tier, we got ABBA, or ABBA, Sweetest for Crap, but I guess they are better than Fritos Downs. No, they're better than Black Eyed Peas, so they get a D. Okay, so we got ABBA, Akon, Ariana Grande, Bleachers, Bruno Mars, Camila Cabello, Dua Lipa, Fall Out Boy, Flo Rida, Justin Timberlake. Who do we got here? Yeah, Carly Uchis, Kanye, Katy Perry, Louis Capaldi, Little Nas X, Little Yahtzee. I know I probably mispronounced that. I have a speech impediment. Please forgive me, and I really do. So I'm not making fun of people with speech impediments. We got Nelly, Nicki Minaj, Post Malone, Psy, Gangnam Style, Sam Smith, Sean Kingston, Selena Gomez, Simple Plan, Soldier Boy, Tate McRae, The Fray, 3 Days Grace, T-Pain, Travis Scott, 21 Pilots, Demi Lovato. Then the F tier, we got Three Doors Down, 30 Seconds to Mars, Black Eyed Peas. No one's worse than Black Eyed Peas. Chris Brown, Drake, Ed Sheeran, Falling in Reverse, Jack Harlow, Justin Bieber, Machine Gun Kelly, Pitbull, Will I Am, or William, and yeah, I'm not going to say his name, but he's terrible. But I'm probably going to just pronounce it wrong. Oh, yeah, I gave up on the I don't knows. And then we got a bunch of skips. But yeah, I did say I accidentally skipped Nickel Black. So I will probably put Nickelback in the D's. Like they're not great in the generic, but I don't think they deserve the slack that they get. There actually was a song prior to them getting big. There was a song they had that I like called Leader of Men. And This Is How You Remind Me was actually a weird song the first 100 times I've heard it. But yeah, obviously oversaturation. So yeah, that's the list there. So let me know if I have any hot takes or if you want to slag me for any of my tier placements. But otherwise, if you want me to continue to make tier list videos, like and subscribe. You can also check out my website, ongoinghistoryofprotestsongs.com. So thanks for watching, and please stay safe.